Sexual behaviors exist on a spectrum from healthy to unhealthy. And so, at the healthy end of the spectrum, it really augments our life. We use it to really enhance life, to help it be more pleasurable, and our sexual behaviors to take place at the right time and the right places. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, what happens is that sex really starts replacing other things in our life. So, it can replace sleep, it can replace relationships, work. We may take time away from work or sports or hobbies that we've got going on, and just basically can take up our spare time and become something that we use to escape from life instead of to enhance our life. And so that balance is a really important feature of what we want to look at. And so, how do we decide if your sexual behaviors are a problem? I guess there's a couple different things. So, one, does it violate your own personal values? So, the history of sexuality through time has been laden with all kinds of judgments. And so, if it's not illegal, so I do draw the line at legal versus illegal behaviors. Does it violate your own values? Is it interfering with your life? Is it creating relationship issues? And how much time is it taking up? And so I perfectly understand that this perspective can be a bit different than some religious perspectives, where, for example, masturbation can be seen as self abuse or as a very problematic behavior in and of itself. From a medical perspective, we actually see masturbation as being a healthy activity for individuals to engage in, and just want to make sure that it's the right amount at the right times and places. So, with all due respect to those other cultural and religious perspectives, in medicine we do take a different view on it. And so this workshop, let's talk a little bit about it. So the idea is that I use some humor. So sometimes sexuality can be a tough topic for some people, depending on how you were raised, and not every topic we're going to talk about is going to be relevant to every person. And the idea here, especially given that you're doing it in the privacy of your home or wherever you happen to be watching this by, is that it's an opportunity for you to reflect and truly be honest with yourself about your behaviors and where you want yourself to be. Now, this discussion will often trigger embarrassment, shame, guilt. That's the beauty of doing it in private, I suppose, is that you don't have to worry about others seeing those emotions. But at the same time, I want you to develop some skills in getting comfortable with difficult emotions, because it's one of the commonalities that we see in people dealing with sexual behavior problems is often emotions aren't comfortable for them. And so I don't want you to get the idea that those things are bad. They can actually be really helpful, and we need to learn how to deal with those feelings in appropriate ways. I have absolutely no judgment. I've worked with people, probably thousands of men and women with sexual behavior problems of every type you can conceivably imagine. And I do have tremendous respect for different ways of living and lifestyle choices that people will make. And finally, I want you to think that this is more of a marathon than a sprint. So the idea here isn't that you watch this entire program and then your problems are cured. That's not really the case. The idea here is that I'm hoping to give you some tools that you'll then continue to apply and maximize over the course of time. So that you probably didn't get into this situation quickly, and so it's probably going to take you some time to get out. So please be patient and realize that these are skills that you're going to be working on for some time.